I'm going to just go ahead and start talking and not worry about whether my hair's clean or I look nice or the background's okay or anything like that. Back in 1963, I was 12 years old. My mother was very politically involved, and so she was invited to sit on the dais when President John Kennedy came through Tampa on his way to Dallas. It was November 18th, just a few days before he was killed in Dallas. And so Cheryl and I were out of school. Um, we were in the crowd outside the the main area where he was sitting, and I don't really remember much about the day. I remember that it was hot and that we were wearing our school clothes, which in those times were a dress with stockings and flats, maybe no stockings because it was warmish, and so we couldn't really sit on the ground or anything like that. We were just standing in this huge press of people. And so he came and spoke, and we were very proud of Mom being up there on the dais. Um, it was mostly done, I think, because they wanted to um, increase diversity, make it look like a more diverse group than just old white guys. And so they had some black guys and some Italian guys and some Cuban guys and Mom and another woman on the dais. And you can look in Google. You can Google for pictures of Kennedy in Tampa, Florida, 1963, and you'll see those pictures. Then, of course, the next day we went to school, or I don't remember what day of the week that was. But anyway, when next we went to school, people were like, "Oh no, you didn't," and we were like, "Oh yes, we did." And so then we got news of his assassination. It's important, I guess, for me that you understand that at that time this wasn't the way we thought America was. We thought America was the kind of place where change came about peacefully through negotiation and compromise. And to think that someone would assassinate a president seemed very third world, very banana republic, and many of us were appalled and horrified, however we felt about Kennedy, that such a thing could happen in America. It was the kind of thing we thought of Chile or Venezuela or Colombia. That kind of thing happened, and it didn't jibe with what we thought America was, a country where it was safe and where we made change peacefully. And so there was that shock. My best friend at the time, Janice, and I, there was a little spot just outside the gym where you could kind of step aside from the crush of people going in and out of the gym, and we got into that little cubby place, and I just held on to her and just we were just, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And so many of our teachers were crying. Being 12, of course, I didn't quite get the crying part. I do now. So we went to our classes. I don't know that they let school out early, but I do know that that night we were watching television and they showed video clips of people in bars around Tampa cheering when they heard that he was killed. And that was appalling to me.